when we had the cow dog up in Colorado a few weeks ago, we were kind of slow sometimes due to engine transmission temperatures and exhaust temperature going up hills in the big passes. But coming down the hills, the brakes were getting hot. I had over almost 400 degrees taking my infrared thermometer on the rotors. My rotors have no lip on them. They're not warped. The rotors are good. My brake pads, when I built this thing 5 years ago, I wanted the rotors to last, so I bought the cheapest brake pads that O'Reilly's offered. And that was a bad idea, it seems. They make a lot of dust, as you can see. They're all on my wheels, too. So we got back from our trip. I bought a set of Hawk high-performance street pads, which are the most aggressive brake pads I can buy for this caliper. Yes, Willwood has a wonderful, awesome-looking aluminum two-piston caliper that'll bolt on here, they say. Aluminum, painted red. It's just looks awesome. But it has the exact same, actually has less surface area than the single piston. It's a two-piston. This one has one big piston. It has the same brake force and same clamping power. So since this is an 8,000-pound truck, losing a couple pounds at each caliper is not going to help me out any. And yes, the aluminum might cool just a little bit better than the cast iron, but it's not worth $400 or $500 to do it. Instead, I'm going to put the pads on. Now, a lot of people, once they pull the bolts out, and yes, I'm going to put these in the solvent tank and clean them up. They're pretty nasty, just because they've been sitting for a while. And I already have ORD, off-road design, braided stainless brake hoses on here. Did that when I built it. So I know my hoses are good. The calipers were new at the time. Not much lubricant on that one either. See if they come off. And you will notice I already have a bungee cord waiting, so I don't hit the line. And the pads, they're glazed a little bit. They're still there though. Let's make sure the other ones are the same size. They are the same size. Life is good. We're going to put the one with the, that's on the inside. Okay. No lip on the inside. That pad just, it wasn't grabbing. So you can put a C-clamp in here and pull your piston back and push the fluid back up the line to your master cylinder. But since I know I was at 400 degrees or more down here, who knows how hot this got. I want to get that hot fluid was hot out. I have a Schwalben brake caliper piston tool. I got this from ECS Parts in the, oh, it's not big enough. Oh my. We'll just go easy then. All you do, put it in here, like it was the brake pad. And this thing, I'm not sure it's big enough for this. It is. Or it will be. Maybe not. Nope, won't work. Looks like I might be using a C-clamp. Actually, I'm just going to put another layer in there. Put another spacer down inside there. Get it indexed. now that I got tension on it, to push the piston back in, I am going to take my Motive Products bleeder, bring this up this way so we can see, put it over the, set the whole thing up here. Oh, everything's falling a piece at one time. 10mm wrench. On that, open the bleeder. At the same time, start cranking the piston back. And the piston doesn't always want to go, but as it goes, it will. No, maybe not. Why is it not going? Let me turn it back off. I got brake fluid silicone in there, military surplus stuff. Why was this not moving? Oh, I see what happened. I got jammed in there. Fancy Schwaben tool got jammed against itself. This is supposed to go onto here from this side. That can go onto there. I had it on there backwards. There's your problem. Yeah, this thing looks like a lot of trouble, but if you're trying to bleed out the fluid while you're doing this, this thing actually looks really good. Hopefully I can show that. Put the hose on there to keep the mess out. Actually, let me go ahead and put my little retaining cable out. So they'll be hanging from up here. Not hanging down. Widen the view a little bit. And I can put this back on top. Open the bleeder. You can see fluid going through the line. And push. Screw the piston on in. And as it goes, it sends fluid. You're done, tighten it back up. Now the piston's all the way down. You can see that or not. The piston's all the way down. We have all the fluid that was in the piston, which, yeah, it's the neon green military color. Don't look too bad. If it got hot, it didn't get burned or deteriorated that way. But I'm happy. Peace of mind. I have the fluid that was hot flushed out of the caliper. Piston's back. Now I need to, according to the instructions, I need to use 130 grit sandpaper on both sides of this to get any, quote, contamination from previous brake pads must be removed. And then once I get them installed, make 6 to 10 brake engagements from approximately 30 to 35 miles an hour, applying moderate pressure without coming to a complete stop. Then make 2 to 3 engagements, 40 to 45 miles an hour with hard pedal pressure without coming to a complete stop. Then drive for 15 minutes without touching the brakes so they cool down, they don't stick to your rotors. Then you're ready to go. That's called bedding the brakes. They call it burnishing, but it's brake bedding. I do it on my Miata, do it on my BMW. By the time we're done with that, you're smelling the brakes, but the brakes work really good every time from then on. So brake bleeding, or brake caliper retraction, that was the main point of this. Push your caliper back in, bleed the fluid out. Yes, you have to add more on top at the master cylinder, but it will keep the bad fluid from down there, and if you're running .3, it'll probably get some water out of the way too.